All right, I guess it's 10 o'clock, so I'm gonna call this meeting to order. Lord, I guess we just got a notice on the machinery revolving fund. Are you interested in purchasing anything? Time's about up anyway.
Roll call. Paul Stewart.
Here.
Department head.
Here.
Marvin.
All right, and we recognize the guest. Now we're down to new business, and did you ever get a chance to talk to a plumber?
Yes, he was been tied up, but he said he'd be free this week and he'd try to get that up here. I asked him to just get with Randy so he could take it out there and show him what
So you think he's gonna be on it this week?
he felt like he'd at least be able to get out there and see what needs to be done.
Yeah. You gonna be in town all weekend?
I'm gonna make a point to meet the plumber and the engineer for the heat and air conditioning here. But we've talked to an engineer that Death Street Barber recommended, and I talked to him, I told him I was available last Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and today. And he's supposed to call me this morning, to see about meeting this afternoon, if possible.
So if the plumber's here later in the week, you're gonna be around?
I'll make it a point to
All
you.
right. Anyway, Randy, we was talking about the heating area on the courthouse, and that, you know, we, Haskell County's raised a lot of money for theater and different things. And it was mentioned before we started that we might have a fundraiser for the courthouse. I just want to know if anybody had any ideas on that.
It's a good idea.
Do what?
I think it's a good idea.
As far as my opinion, Paul, I think it's a great idea. Things are different in the courthouse. We feel like meetings are civil, like they should be. Everybody's trying to go in the same direction. We'll, speaking for concerned citizens, we'll do everything we can to help raise money for it. An effort and contribution or anything that we can do.
What did they do to raise that $100,000 for the theater?
Oh,
Save the theater, yeah.
Well, I know what,
They had all kinds of, some dinners, like spaghetti
Fundraising
dinners and
dinners
things like
and,
that. You name it, and they did it.
A lot of it was backed up by the ESA and the New Century, and am I leaving anybody out? Who did I leave out?
They had a lot of people involved, I mean,
Yeah.
the community.
Yeah. And you know, they did you could buy a plaque or whatever you want to call it in the theater, to be put in the theater lobby. They had, that was everything from $100 donation to $1,000 donation, and the walls just covered with those. A lot of people did that in memory of people. They just did a whole lot of stuff. Was Flo in charge of that?
You always have a committee, and have certain people to oversee everything.
The library did it too.
Yes,
They
the
really did the
library
book
did.
things
Yeah.
that went on the wall. That was
Yeah.
cool.
The bricks, you could do a lot of
Yeah, they did.
things.
They done bricks.
Oh, yeah. We even had windows put in the museum, and people could donate a window in memory of someone. We got all brand new windows through that.
They were $250.
$250 each.
Which, if it's set up right, it's all tax deductible.
well, that's, well,
And you know, in order to do that, you're gonna have to put a committee together to chair the thing and find a group that's got a lot of energy and responsible that wants to try to work with it.
I'll tell you, two of the women that were really big is Flo Conklin and Linda Allen. And they really got it together, not just for the theater, but the library and
The park.
the park. So they might be someone to get in touch with, and I bet they'd volunteer to be on the committee.
But this would be a county-wide.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Would just
saying,
be-
it's county-wide, the whole county needs to be involved.
yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
You know, and that way, if you have one, for a couple of them from each district that would help, then pulling a committee, it would help to bring everyone
In
in.
each of the little towns, if you could get,
So, Randy, you think we'll have somewhat of a price range? If we started to me, we kind of know like how much we're thinking about raising, you know, ballpark figure.
Right now, Paul's a little bit early. I mean, we've got one estimate of $96,000. We're gonna be waiting on some more. We're still analyzing the type of systems to put in. We were talking about it a little earlier in here. There's, going back to the system that we've got that's not very favorable, and the plumbing's antiquated, and all the registers are antiquated. The heating systems downstairs and the cooling's antiquated, so that's not a good avenue to go. Plus, it's a two-tube system where you either have hot water or cold water. You can't have both. And if it went back with this type of system, it would be four-tube system would be the way to do it. And then we're trying to figure out how much the cost of that's going to be to redo that. And then like to examine some different ideas for some of these other engineers as to what they thought it was going to cost to do it. And but we know it's going to be a lot for sure.
Yeah.
So the idea of having fundraising for the to help fix the county courthouse. I mean, this is the center of the world right here in Haskell County. So we need to move forward on doing that and see how many people we can get involved and interested in it. What kind of different things we can do, come up with some ideas to raise some funds. A lot of it's always based around cooking, seems like everybody likes it.
If there's food, everybody can that.
But I mean, you can do different things. You can do food, you can do school activities, you can do
Even the races, the runs, they've had 1 million runs and raised a lot of money out of those things.
And that scavenger hunt.
Yeah, the scavenger hunt was a good deal.
so there's a lot of different avenues. I guess we need a volunteer to step up and see who wants to head it up. If y'all think of anybody with enough ambition, energy, and time to devote to it, that'd be about the first step.
Well, that's it. Give everybody a week to think about it. Next week, we might have a speak picked out, but I think we do need somebody from each district, you know, since it's gonna be a countywide deal. I mean, everybody needs to get involved.
Well, that being said, I mean, the commissioners are all in each district.
Right, I'm gonna try to find somebody in my district.
Or even themselves. Another avenue is we ever research grants for rehabilitation or maintenance, extended maintenance. Building is on a historical society. I wonder if there's any avenue there that might be some assistance there. A lot of times when you're getting grants, you can't get one to cover the whole thing, but you can get one to help.
Yeah.
And all of it's gonna help.
Rock stepped outside, but he was gonna talk to PSO, and let us know this morning what he found out. And they got some grants for different things.
And not change this up with Marvin and Clark. They're rebuilding that bridge there on Highway 31. And when you, and the beams coming out of that bridge, on the engineer plans, it shows they belong to us, Haskell County Commissioners. Do y'all want them?
On that TV road, some of them.
Well, they're pulled out. We just got to go pick them up. They're sitting right there on 31 in between Quentin and Kenna. No, I'm talking about,
No, I just think some of that mine part of them.
that's fine, but on Highway 31 in between Quentin and Kenna, they're rebuilding that bridge. And the engineers put in there that the beams can be donated back to Haskell County, or there are beams. But if
How
we
long
do,
are they?
they gotta be over 20 foot, because it's not a bridge, this is 20 foot, so I figure,
Them weight all was.
Yeah, about 60 foot.
see, that'd be anywhere from 40 to 80 foot long, but I have to tell him, because we're gonna have to go pick them up, or they're gonna take, I mean, they can't leave them on the side of the road.
We probably
I've got a stretch float we haul.
ought to get them in case we do need them.
Yeah. They can be cut, modified, or,
But I'm just saying, I mean, I told him I would ask you, but we need to get together and we need to go pick them up and store them somewhere.
Will they have something overloaded with
I do know they have the equipment there, but if they would load them for us, I don't know, we just have to ask them.
Where would you have a place to store them?
I'm not gonna play.
My yard's full of them, those last beans, but if anybody ever want to do a forced account bridge, that would save you a lot of money, because you'd already have the beans.
Yeah, because on that PB road down there, there's gonna be a big concrete bridge, and I told him back then, so we're gonna save about $1 million, well, the Choctaw is on that PB road, because I told him that he's down on that.
Well, we'd offer some equipment to help with move, and I don't know what they weigh a piece.
Well, I don't know what them's gonna weigh, 'cause I don't know what size they are, but they'll be probably, as long as that stretch was, probably some different sizes, lengths and heights, so.
We can get something over there to load them with if we need to.
I know the contractor, I think we can get them loaded okay.
Oh, you know him?
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
I can provide a couple of big forklifts to get them unloaded. You can store 'em.
Yeah, unloading is harder than
loading.
loading.
Time, if it falls, well, I took my loader up, we unloaded it, loaded.
Okay.
well, it's, I know, but we don't have those
We had to get them, you know,
beam clamps that we had to borrow from CD, but I mean, if we got a, yeah, we can go back and get them.
Well,
I've got some bean clamps too.
You do?
Mhm.
Well, I've got two 8,000-pound rough terrain forklifts available.
That would be a lot simpler.
Where are you gonna put them?
Do you have anywhere to store them, Clark?
Yeah, probably.
Why couldn't you store them out at the transport station? We got
I don't have a lot of room, but
I mean, we can store them out there, we got a lot of room out there.
That'd be a good place.
Kind of central too.
But I'm just telling you, most, like the beams we have now, every one of them's marked. And anytime you put them in a project, that's fine, you can cut them or whatever, but you have to take those numbers off of them and report to ODOT what you've done with them. Which is no big deal. I'm just letting people know if you did build one, you better take the numbers off of them and let ODOT know where they're at. Well, I'll call and I'll figure out when we can get them loaded then. But back to the fundraiser, I guess next week, everybody have a week to try to locate the people and get some ideas.
It takes a lot of energy from within. We'll sure all, I know, all of us will sure try to help any way we can.
Well, I'll do anything I can,
You know, the ESA, New Century, Concerned Citizens, Chamber of Commerce, any grants, PSO, or the Historical Society, if somebody can start,
I'll check and see what I can find out.
look into that and see if not,
I can call the state office and see what, if they do have any kind of grants available for.
tell them we've got a
Building
system that's been in operation since 1931.
Yeah.
It's time for a change.
Randy, I've contacted a gentleman with PSO there. I just got off the phone with him. Set us up a meeting with him Thursday after the chamber meeting. That's going to go over the grants that you can get for the windows and the lighting and the cooling system. He doesn't deal with the heat and air, but the heat, I mean, but the air and the electrical components that we need, and the, of course, efficient windows and stuff would also help determine what we would be eligible for. But I went ahead and told him that we would meet with him, some of us, Thursday evening after the chamber meeting, and he could tell us what's out there for us, grant money or rebate money. And his name's Corey Else with PSO. And I've got his phone number and cell number, so.
Okay, if you'll give us a heads up, I sure try to be there, Rob, to meet with him. Rick contacted a company about windows, and did you hear anything back from him yet? We came and looked at all of them. Every floor, room, counted them and examined them, so we'll be getting something back on that too. That's what a lot of the problem is the drafts that are here and in place that we need to get resolved, because it'll take a lot less heat and air to do it.
We get all these window units out, that's gonna help a bunch. I don't know.
Well, we'll try to move forward on some fundraising ideas. Try to get some interested people involved in that.
Was that a hint?
Barking at the wrong tree.
Just bring it up under new business, I guess, as far as the jail. We've got prisoner count this morning is 42. Of course, toilets and the showers are still a problem. They've got one up there they're getting ready to try to unplug that was plugged by prisoners. That kind of goes back to not having enough people up there to watch what they're doing all the time. But they do have a need for mattresses and jumpsuits, those orange jumpsuits that they wear. Apparently they're running out of them.
What do they do to those prisoners when they
We're
do
gonna-
that kind of thing?
About the only thing they can do to them, Rita, is to put them in confinement or lockup where they're not in
Take away any
public.
privileges or anything?
Yeah, they reprimand them all that they can. You know, there's certain laws that you have to abide by. But they do, they'll single them out and lock them up, the ones that are giving problems.
But it's like a room full of 2-year-olds with one teacher. They'll do
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
they can to
Yeah. with
get
nobody-
away with everything, yeah.
That's right. And nobody watching.
I think waterboarding is legal now, isn't it?
But our
Depends on who
budget's
you
been
ask.
set in about 15 days, Karen, approved, and when we put $25,000 in there to buy like mattresses and, but it's, we mailed it Friday overnight, and it takes 15, 16 days, so the 25,000 will be available in a couple of weeks to buy those jumpsuits and mattresses.
I'm sure they'll be glad to hear that.
All we're continuously swapping out mattresses at the motel, getting new ones and stuff. I mean, if they'll use them older ones, there's nothing wrong with them, they just swap them out.
I'd have to check with the sheriff on that, because you have so many rules and regulations, but, I mean, if we could use them, that'd be good.
Size.
And I had another I thought was, you know, about feeding the prisoners during deer season. I figured a lot of people would donate deer if it was legal to feed them deer meat. They'd cut down a lot of expense right there.
Like you say, the legal part of that. we need to check
I don't know if
that.
it's, you can't, but
Better USDA approval would be holding us up on that. I mean, they would, you can't serve beef, I don't guess, unless
That'd
it's
be a question
USDA
to
inspected.
ask the sheriff. 'Cause I've got about 3 freezers full of elk meat.
well, you know, there's a lot of people
Yeah.
be more than happy to go out and
Yeah.
shoot a deer and donate it. There's a lot of people catch a lot of fish all winter long, want to give them away.
It may not be anything to, that would be the only thing I would think would hold it up.
You can get a lot of forgiveness when you're donating something.
Yeah, that's true.
Any more new business? I'd like to bring up one more thing that kind of has got pushed under the rug here in the last couple months, but the reestablishing of the industrial trust over the McCurtain property. We got to a point where we're gonna have to assign board members, volunteers for it. And of course, it's our intent for the reestablishment of it, to get the audit brought up. There is some money, there's $8,200 plus in the bank. We need to move ahead on this and look at it, analyze it. It's our intent to take ownership of it and/or operation. I mean, there's some avenues of, there may be some building stone opportunities on it. We hadn't had time to go over it like we should have already, but we're kind of waiting for the folks to get off to really look it over. But it's our intent to operate it or take ownership of it with the thoughts of dispersing of it to help pay this jail debt, whether it be the junior or whatever we get accomplished. So I've talked to everybody that's still alive that wants to serve on it, and I want to see, Clark, you want to be on it since it's in your district. Okay, I want to make sure of that. Does any other commissioners want to serve on it?
I'm gonna try to help fundraising committee myself. Get a bit involved. You're late. You're tardy, man. Tardy. It's just time out.
8, but I've got 5 already. You'll be 6, so just 2 more. And I'm not even sure we have to have 8. That's what was on it, but we'll try to put all the ones that were still available and still alive back on it. And this is just a try, you know. I mean, the property belongs to the Bureau of Land Management now. If we can take ownership of it and disperse of it and put it up for auction and or see if there's reserves on it that might be viable for building stone industry, whatever. But with the intent that the income will be to service the debt on the jail one way or the other.
Brandy, Janice just brought this in. She wants me to give these to Clark, and Marvin and Paul. Anyone is invited to this. It's on November the 10th at KTC. And they say from 11:30 to 1, is that correct? If I remember right. So, it's a meeting.
Does anybody have any more new business? I hope myself included, we come up with somebody to serve on the committee that have a good fundraiser for the courthouse. We can speak again on that next week. Find anybody? Randy, got any more new business?
That's all that I had.
Rick?
No, that's all we got right now.
All right.
One little discussion that we probably should cover here. When we were examining these windows, up on the 3rd floor, there's one window on the north face that is just concrete blocks exposed. It hasn't been bricked over like some of the other ones have that were closed up, and it really looks bad. It's been painted kind of a beige color, but when we had this fellow look at the windows and measure all of them, we counted on knocking those out and putting glass back in them. Because you can see daylight in all the seams around them and stuff, so they're not very efficient. And then there's the ones on the east wall are all bricked over. On the south wall, there's 5 that are bricked and 2 that are concrete block. Same deal there. We talked about knocking them on out and replacing them with glass. And then on the west, there's 1 that's concrete block that would be put back into those. So just so it's not a surprise to y'all when we're moving ahead on this, what our intent was there.
Okay. Well, I mean, myself, next week, I'm gonna try to ask people from District 3 to serve on the committee for the fundraiser. Or start do the same. We'll visit that next week. All right, not any more new business, we will move on to item number 5. With a motion to sign appropriation, transfer check, receive and approve POs.
Parkinsburg,
Yes.
Marvin Noble,
Yes.
Paul Stewart.
Yes. On item number 6, approve commission proceedings from previous meeting, I'm gonna make that motion.
I'll second.
Paul Stewart,
Yes.
Marvin Noble,
Yes.
Parkinsburg.
Yes.
Good. Did y'all have a chance to look at that?
Yeah.
All right.
Made a motion.
Oh, yeah,
I'll make a motion.
on item number 7? Yeah, I'm gonna ask for a motion on item number 7. Clark made the motion, I'll second it.
Parkinsburg,
Yes.
Paul Stewart. Paul Stewart.
Yes.
Marvin Noble.
Yes.
Item number 8, discuss and approve to sign a resolution for the amount due for jail bond payment shortage. And this month is $10,746.99. And I'm gonna make that motion.
I'll second.
Paul Stewart,
Yes.
Parkinsburg,
Yes.
Marvin Noble.
Now, Rick, on those beams, if our truck won't haul them, would you be
We'll help
able
on.
to the transfer station?
Yes.
And your forklift's pretty close to transfer?
Yep. And we've got trucks too.
I'm gonna call him when we leave here and I'll get with you, Rick.
Okay.
Cause I went by the other day, they didn't have them completely out, they could be today, I don't know how long much they worked this week, but, all right, I'll be getting with you then. So I guess with no other business, we're gonna make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll second.
I've got one forklift sitting right across the transfer station.
When we load them, I hope we get enough boards, you know. I haven't seen the beams, but the ones we got from Crosstown up there in Tulsa from Brickyard, they were big and they were heavy. I mean, they were like, why is this station big? I don't think those over there are that big.
Well, I've
But
got,
they'll be good beams to build a bridge with.
I've got 2 8,000-pound rubber cranes.
That'll do it. I don't think they're near that big.
Then we haul from Wilton, what if we just haul 6 or 7 was all we could haul?
Yeah, you couldn't haul very many.
6.
I think 6 is all you get on the truck.
I think it's 6.
Yeah,
And they,
That'd be 40,000 pounds worth then.
it'd about 8,000 piece, I guess, wouldn't it?
these beams here, Rick, what I've saw just driving down the road, they're nothing like those Crosstown beams up there by the Brickyard where they, I don't think they're gonna be quite that big and heavy. I know they're
But
not.
just according to how long the span, they have to span them, how big they was.
It's gonna take a pretty good trailer, you know, because they go plumb, they went plumb across that bridge, but
Probably several sections, because that is pretty wide. I don't know how, that bridge was in different, I mean, spanned pretty good ways across there, wasn't it?
The widest one everybody reported on.
I think they'll be a lot easier to handle than those, the ones we hauled last time, because I don't think they're gonna be near as big and heavy, but it'd take 2 good forklifts to get them all.
The length was the problem, than the other ones, it was,
Oh,
what,
man, they-
60 foot or something longer.
They would be, well,
I got that one trailer stretches out 75 foot long, so it's long.
they won't be, yeah. Well, all right, I'll be in touch.
I've got a 20-ton crane set somewhere if you need it, if you see you need it. And you can see it too. All-terrain crane.
You guys still need the lift to do the windows, or you
No, we're gonna,
wait and see?
Rick and Randy, we may replace them. Might need to-
We do need to discuss about, Clark was involved in it last week, up on the 3rd floor about replacing those windows. We're gonna have to take them bars out. Some of the windows have still got the regular jail bars over them. They'll have to be removed to have access to the glass.
I think I can get that done.
Maybe a little touchy, there's lots of paper up there as far as torch wise. And then that glass is that far from it too, so we need to look at that. It ain't gonna be just go for the torch, go to cutting.
Oh, I know,
Probably have to quad them out.
They have to
What
put a
about
tarp
that-
around
what
it.
about that saw you used, it's got, you can put a metal blade on it, and work it, cut that.
We still got spark issues, there's lots of paper up there.
yeah, we can't get stopping the courthouse on fire, but I believe we can handle
Do
it.
we
I
have
believe
enough
we can.
insurance to cover it?
Well, we may get a new central heating area, you know, building around it.
That big round.
But you're right, Rick, we're gonna have to be darn careful, because there's enough paper up there to learn.
So the bars on the inside?
We're gonna be darn careful.
There's not very many windows that's got bars over them, what, just them on that one end, what, maybe 4?
Now, there's some on the north side too.
That's what I'm talking about, on the north side, how many was there with bars on?
I got some little shields that are made for that.
But Randy, if we knew what the windows were gonna cost, central heating air units gonna cost, I think give our committee, we're gonna.
Targets, yeah.
Targets
Yeah.
to shoot
And
for.
we'll accomplish that or achieve it as soon as we can.
How many people you got gonna give a bid on the windows?
We haven't been out for bids yet, we're just getting an estimate of what's gonna cost, we know how much money we're gonna have to come up with. And there again, he's given us the estimate on each per window price and all windows, even these, is taking that single pane glass out, putting insulated glass in.
Just keep
Not
in mind,
changing.
anytime we spend more than 15,000.
Well, we'll have to go out for bids for all, we'll have estimated cost, what all this is gonna cost, and if PSO's got the, you say they had a grant for windows?
He said you'd have to figure out how much how much it would actually save energy-wise. And but that's one of the things that he said he was going to be at that chamber meeting Thursday,
Yeah.
and he would visit with us in a little more detail about it at that time.
The last guy was telling us about efficiency and how much it changes stuff, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well,
It's a bunch. It's not just he was talking like it'd be 65% more efficient. Plus, the other thing is sealing up when they install the new ones.
Corey.
All these old ones is, I mean, there's some places you can.
Bobby Mauser
Run
is
your
one
pocket
name
down
to
between
call.
there. It's just, it's just old.
And he is,
And
he
back then,
knows
when
all
all
the
this was put in, they didn't
rebates.
worry about
He said
efficiency.
he don't know much about heating and cooling, but he
We
knows
used to
how
open
many
the windows
rebates.
for air conditioning.
Well, the way he's gonna give us estimates is per unit,
Bulbs, how much it would save you.
per floor, you know, we're going to pick and choose. I mean, it's not just gonna be a total change out. Even the doors, he's gonna give us a price on installing new doors where needed, windows, changing the panes out, whatever.
Also, in the window pits in the basement, he's gonna figure us a frame system to set on the top of each one of those. So that you shed water away from it, so it just rain down in it, and then we're gonna leave it open on the side so it can breathe. So it doesn't become a trap for moisture. And, he's gonna give us a cost on it all.
I want to take care of this on the east side. I got the guys gonna cover there. We'll have everything covered.
Up to the east end.
Yeah, going down those steps, you know, Rick, for that.
One thing that would help that a lot is if that drain was cleaned out. The drain that's in the center of that floor down there at the bottom goes into the sump inside the building. And if it was jetted out where it was clean and put a trap over it where it doesn't get debris down in it, you could keep that, that would take care of, a lot of your rainwater that comes in.
I'd work on that too, but I've looked at it, I believe we got a guy, I believe in him can build it. On top of that to keep that dry. I don't believe that'd be that complicated.
Metal frame.
And I was just gonna get some sheet iron and match the roof and see what's on there now. Put up over it.
Yeah, or that walkway through there will be right beside it.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna get something that matches, whatever looks the best. And I know we're putting the cart before the horse, but if we ever get all that done, the next thing we need to think about is maybe painting the courthouse. I mean, the inside, because if you walk around, look, we got a lot of stain spots and just.
We noticed he was fixing the ceiling in the staircase.
And I knew we had to fix that before we painted it, so. And he did a pretty good job, it needs to be painted, but it's
It completed?
all of the painting. But he did a pretty good job matching it back up. That decorative look it had, he did all right. But anyways, we did,
I didn't notice when we was up there the other day, but is running water still available on the third floor?
I think it is. There's fire hoses up there.
We do some torching up there.
Yeah,
we do some torching, I'm gonna have plenty of fire extinguishers sitting right there, and I'm like Rick said, we need to put a blanket or something around where, we're working, set up something. Have 2 or 3 people watching, because we'll get all that paper out.
Don't tell how old that fire hose is up there.
Well, I've got fire extinguishers checked each year, I'll have plenty of there.
Rick, I don't know how big them bars are. I got some pretty good sized ratchet cutters that'll cut steel.
Well, this has got a frame, a metal frame that's attached to the wall. Somehow, I didn't notice.
Rivets, isn't it?
I don't know on them bar windows. That the bar's actually welded into, it's just a strap frame, but you can get the anchor bolts, whatever it is, loose from you, and just pull the whole unit out.
all that, all those walls up there,
I never could see
they're
how
not
it was.
load bearing. They're just put in there, you know, assembled in there. And all those door frames and walls could come out of there. That'd sure open up a lot of area up there for storage and whatever. Of course, you're gonna have to remove about 3,000 books. When I say books, they're 4 foot wide.
I hope the legislators pass that law, we can put all that on microfilm, whatever you call it. Do away with some of that, but that hasn't happened yet.
What extent?